had a great weekend. Whether you just spent it with your mom, with your grandmother, with your great grandmother, with any powerful woman out there that is building. Who else do we have out there?
Ryan Austin from Washington, D.C.
I love it. Welcome, welcome, Powerhouse in the house. All right. I know you had a great weekend. Hey now. Hey now.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. It is Motivational Monday, and as you can see, we are fired up and we are ready to go. Who else do we have out there on the call? This is Motivational Monday. Get your team members on, ladies and gentlemen. This view is always going to be about you, Monday through Friday. Actually, Monday through Sunday, but Monday through Friday, the view is always about you. We're excited about the new team members coming on, the new SBAs. Who just joined the call? Hey, who just joined the call? This is Motivational Monday.
Well, good morning. This is College Park.
Hey, I heard Nick and Ann Brown. I heard, let's see, I think I heard someone else, and I can't hear the voice over the other words. Who else just called out there? It sounds like Barbara Boone. Barbara Boone it is. Boone. All right, who else do we have out there? It's Motivational Monday. Good morning. This is Boone in the house out of Bowie, Maryland. I heard Michelle out of Bowie, Maryland. I heard the other Boone, the bookmaker herself. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. We are fired up. I'm loving it. Come on, let me know who else is out there. This is Motivational Monday. We got a powerhouse call this morning. Hey, who's this?
Annie from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Annie from Fort Lauderdale. Send that sunshine up here, girl. Thank you so much. Welcome to Motivational Monday.
Good morning.
All right.
I hear you. We're getting double portions soon, more and more.
Yes. I got my swimsuit ready, girl. Ready. Welcome to Motivational Monday.
Thank you.
Good morning, Marilyn.
All right.
Beata Petty, Chicago. We're waiting for
All right, Beata Petty. Thank you. Chi-Town in the house. Oh, my goodness. You guys got the steppers. I love the steppers out in Chicago. Welcome. Who else do we have out there? This is Motivational Monday.
Good morning, Marilyn.
I'm so excited.
Out of Georgia.
Hey, Georgia out of Georgia. Georgia on my mind. The Green Dancer always says that. So, Georgia on my mind. Welcome. It is Motivational Monday. You're welcome. We got a minute left, guys. Who else is out there? Who's motivated this Monday morning? Good morning. I hope you got your coffee, your tea. Gainesville, Georgia in the house. Another Georgia in the house. Welcome to Motivational Monday. We had a word this morning, guys. Get your pen and paper. Get ready. Who else do we have out there?
Willa.
Hey, Willa. How you doing, girl?
I'm good.
All right. This is Motivational Monday. We got 2 seconds left. If anyone else want to sneak in real quick before I start this call, we are absolutely fired up. Hold on one moment, guys. Motivational Monday is getting started. Hold on.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
The recording has started. Well, great morning, Surge family. This is
Muted.
Monday is you.
Unmuted.
Excited. My name is Marilyn Malachi, and I am the host today. We got a powerful speaker coming on for Motivational Monday. You all know this team, but we got one part of the team going on. I'm absolutely excited. Good afternoon, good evening to all the callers catching the replay of our calls. Here on The View is so much clear with a variety of ideas, not only to enhance your wealth, but we bring you motivation. We bring you leadership. We bring you winning ways to help you thrive, to do what? To level up, to become the all-week warrior and building your Surge 365 business network. It is Motivational Monday, and I have the honor and privilege of introducing this phenomenal woman. She is absolutely a woman of God. She is a leader right out of Muncie, Indiana. She's a seasoned traveler. She's part of the leadership workshop. She's a leadership workshop speaker. She is a Drama Club woman. She is a public relations professional. She is well known in her community, leading leaders across the nation. I have the honor of introducing this phenomenal lady, none other than my friend, your friend, Cynthia Reed, and she's going to talk about the value of letting go. Oh my goodness, get ready. Cynthia Reed, welcome to the Motivational Monday.
Can you hear me, Marilyn?
Loud and clear, lady. Take it away.
Oh, I know people have said it before, and I used to take it for granted, but it's like, who is she talking about? That can't be me. But I am just so humbled. Thank you so much for being able to take this call, and thank you for everything that you have been doing for years. For years, I did not know who you were, but then it was right on time because I said, I'm watching this lady, and she's just so vivacious and so just in there with everything. And you even work with government people. I really admire that. It's like, whoo, she got the patience of Job. Okay. But I just am so thankful for you being the leader where you are and all the things that you're doing to reach out and help people. And I just can't, I couldn't do it without you, even though we're not usually co-hosting like this. I said, I needed you today. And Kenny is just so very tired from a long week. We just came back from a trip a few weeks ago, and that was just exhilarating. And he's tired. And so I said, baby, just take the day off. We had a long day yesterday, a long week, and it was good, but he's not 18 anymore. And I had to keep reminding myself of that. Been married for almost 48 years coming up here. But again, just thank you so much for all that you do in the group, the team. Brian, I can't say enough about all of you. I'm not going to start calling names. Y'all are on the line. But anyway, thank you for introducing me this morning. But today, folks, I hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day, a Mother's Day celebration of heavenly mothers as well as those still here on the earth, the aunties, the sisters, the cousins, all of that. But I wanted to, first of all, get back to last week, spinning off on the whole thing of values. So today, the topic is values. Last week is the company you keep keeping you. And today it's going to be values. Yeah, I have to pause because sometimes this hits me. Finding value in letting go. I want to say that one more time. Finding value in letting go. And this is based on the book by author Susan Cain, Cain. And she wrote a book called Bittersweet: How Sorrow and Longing Make Us Whole. I'm going to repeat that. Bittersweet: How Sorrow and Longing Make Us Whole. You know, there's a song that Betty Wright used to sing. I'm going back in my old school days. No pain, no gain. Take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet. And so today, I want to focus on something that she said in her blog, Susan Cain. And she had this one talking about the expectations and the aspects of the different behaviors in our lives, like kids leaving home, job loss, career change, breakups in relationships, loss of property from natural disasters, and even dealing just with difficult situations day after day, feeling like you're in a stuck, no win situation. Well, Sister Kane wrote this. It's a quote from her direct blog. And she said that I'm stuck by how little, I'm struck by how little culture prepares us for the emptiness and all the moments of letting go, the bereavements, the breakups, our own mortality. And it threads throughout all our lives. And she continues to say, and it strikes me that the time to let go is not when our children leave for college, but when they leave the womb. And I had to take a pause on that when I said, oh my goodness, how could that change people's lives if they just adopted that personality? But in this culture, in this civilization on the Western end of the world, we're not taught that. It's about the independence, but then again, there's 40-year-olds still staying in the basement of their mom and them house, okay? But the thing is, when you think about letting go, it's very hard. I've had friends who have lost children. Thank God I still have the three of mine, But I know so many people, I'm close to so many people, relatives and friends, that outlasted their children's lives. And it's tough, especially when COVID came through. But you know what? Even though we're letting go and these situations, sometimes we're forced to let go, in the end, it really will matter with the support. We talked about the support in the business, the support in life, the support in just emotionally, physically, spiritually, because it lets the people know who are being supported that the supporters are still here. Now, I want y'all to think about something. We're in a business, and other businesses are the same way, whether they're corporate or whether they're stay at home, work from home, side hustle. And the people that bring you in, sometimes they're not there anymore. But it's a lot like when people pass on, and then I'll continue. But when people pass on, you still have a remnant of them. I was talking to my son in Dallas, one of my sons in Dallas yesterday, who called, and we were discussing some things. And he said, Mom, even though I didn't know that person, I still felt that I knew them. And he couldn't explain it any other way other than with the DNA. There are mysteries in life that we don't understand, that only the Lord God above understands. And we still have these tendencies. They'll say, well, you look like this person, you talk like this person, you cook like this person, you walk like this person. My mother the other day said that my brother, one of my brothers, walks just like my grandfather, and he does. And so there's these things in life that you just don't know why exactly they weren't taught to us, but they are a part of our spirit, and that spirit nature and the physical nature and all the things going on that make us who we are as humankind. You can't separate them. And so that evidence is always going to be there. Um, Now, there's one thing that I love is poetry. I also am a writer. I've been writing since, oh Lord, maybe the mid 1980s, but didn't start publishing until 2002. But there's a poem that I want to allude to Mother's Day that uh, Susan Cain brought up. And it's a 1923 poem by the late Khalil Gibran, and it's spelled Gibran, but he was a Lebanese American writer, poet, and visual artist who died in 1931. And here's this poem. I hope that this helps you to reflect on things, not just children, but things that you feel are your baby, like, oh, that project, my baby, okay? It begins like this. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, speak to us of children. And he said, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. Whew! For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Now, when I read that, again, I had to take a readism moment. Some of y'all see my stuff on Facebook, readism XYZ. And so here's the thing. This need to let go in advance applies to all of love's transitions, including the final one called physical death. To anticipate these changes are going to come. We know they're going to come. And to really know it in your bones is to let our arrows or our kids or our projects or things that we started and have to move on and delegate to others, we have to learn to love them as they are meant to be loved and let them go. But again, the bow is stable. If the bow is stable and not wishy-washy, you have your foundation of what you stand on. You have your values of what you believe. You write them down. We're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks or so, because Vanessa Farmer is coming back next week to alternate with us. But we're going to talk about post it up. Okay, so that's a little little heads up for the 29th. But to reflect on the value of letting go, there's also another writer who is named Rainier Maria Reiki. And she's credited with these words: Be ahead of all parting, as though it already were behind you, like the winter that has just gone by. Now, y'all, we just got to spring, right? And so I don't want to think about winter going by. I'm ready for the summertime. But the thing is that among these winters in our lives, there are endless winters. They are generational, and sometimes these winters are these generational curses. You can't do this. You've never been able to do that. And we have to get those words, to speaking that life, we have to get those words embedded down in our soul, which is why we have to constantly be learning. And the question is, as a culture, we could use a few rituals like letting go too, because there are these Tibetan monks. Don't ask me where they are. Tibet, somewhere in the mountains. But these Tibetan monks actually have a ritual of every night before they retire for bed. They turn their water glass upside down, because they're basically saying, you don't know if you're going to use that glass or not tomorrow. Because if you don't wake up, you're not going to need it. So turn it upside down. And I said, that is one of the coolest, most deepest rituals I have ever heard. So, the whole idea is that don't make everything into a shrine. There are people that lose things and they hang on to all the old memories. I remember when I lost a job. Actually, long story short, I've been fired from 5 of them because I spoke my mind, and I learned that if you want a paycheck, sometimes you got to stay quiet. That was back in the 90s, okay? Before I went up on my own in 95. But the whole idea, again, those Tibetan monks and that glass of water, it sort of goes into the whole thing with a philosopher named Seneca. I'm a literary person, so deal with it, okay? I love quotes from people. And Seneca says, or credited for saying, you may not wake up tomorrow. And each morning we remember, you may not sleep again. So, in the summary, the reflections with Cain and Seneca and Rilke and Gibran, all those things come together for me to focus on adjusting to do things without being locked in all the time. Yes, your focus is locked in, but your consciousness has to be forever in a mode of, I'm going to be peaceful, happy, quiet, come what may, trials of Job, whatever it is that I need to do. I got to ask myself, how many times, I'm talking about me, as our pastor says, I'm talking about me, not talking about you. He's really talking about you. So I'm really talking about you and all of us. But I ask myself, how many times in my lifetime have I battled against letting go of something or someone? Because as long as I hold on, I can't expand. It's like a frozen chunk of ice that can't flow. But when you let go, when you let the heat of that experience, and it might be some crazy heat, like ghost pepper heat, it might want to make you feel like I can't deal with it. But you know something? It'll help us grow through that pain, that no pain, no gain, Betty Wright, good with the bad, bitter with the sweet. It and all in the end will help us, just like the crucifixion of Christ, to level up to a higher level personally, spiritually, professionally, and even physically if we need to cut down on a few pounds. But vacations help with that, because one of the medical things is that vacations help you with a smaller waistline. So we still working on that one sometime with the cheesecake and the chocolate bars at the cruises. But the bottom line is this, y'all. Just learn that we can't control everything that happens, but don't get stuck in your back office looking like so and so fell off and so didn't pay and did the credit card. That's bondage. That's bondage, and we cannot. You don't want to be in that position, because that is smothering your own potential. And when people look at you, you want to be able to bloom and grow, just like things are for this spring. So again, thank you so much for working with me this morning. A solo artist. I've had to do it before sometime, but on a live stage. But you know what? I truly appreciate being able to do this because not only am I sharing with you, I'm sharing with my own soul. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you all so very much for everything you all do. Getting up every morning, listening to all the speakers Monday through Friday here on The View. Back to you, Marilyn. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow. I hope you guys took notes of this because everything that Cynthia Reed talked about was relating back to your business. No matter what's going on, as Dr. Chris Coakley says, we continue to strive. Keep your goals, keep your focus in front of you. Your new team members are coming on, and they need to understand how to embrace our culture, how to embrace this business in order to create the lifestyle that they chose for their family. And I hope you understood that through Cynthia Reed's conversation and her absolutely amazing message. Cynthia, girl, you are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the replay number. The playback number is 712-432-1085, and the pen number is 261-118#. Our announcements, please get your latest corporate corner with Dwayne Clint and Elizabeth in your back office under the corporate corner module. And oh my goodness, Dr. Chris Coakley, Winners Win Training. If you have missed that and you want to go back and play that, write it down. Listen to it line by line because there's some amazing knowledge and nuggets back there. If you have missed the Circle of Champions call, the playback number is the view number and the PIN number is 474053#. Stay plugged into your company news and announcements on your mobile, your Touch 365, and through your upline. Next up is Team Success Force coming up at 8 a.m. The number is 563-999-5283. No PIN number is needed. This concludes our announcements for today. Tune in tomorrow with Leadership Tuesday, and I'm telling you, it is going to be a powerhouse Leadership Tuesday tomorrow. And remember this, your wants show up in your conversation, your expectations show up in your behavior. Everyone expect more, so let's do more. Have a great Motivational Monday.